Chainsaw Man ain't your mama's ordinary shonen manga. You haven't seen a story quite like it round these parts. In a world of Naruto's and One Pieces, Chainsaw Man truly stands apart from the crowd. The weird kid at the party, but it's cool the guy's different. People love his energy anyway. Feeling like an anomaly aside, it's refreshing to see Shonen Jump agree to take on such a piece. Chainsaw Man is created by Tatsuki Fujimoto, and if you're familiar with his work, you know to expect quite a wild ride. And there will probably be times you want to get off Mr. Fujimoto's wild ride, and you just won't be able to, stuck with the reality of where you went forevermore. My personal story of reading Chainsaw Man is nothing short of incredible. And by that I mean, I scrolled through Shonen Jump's list of current works brainlessly, saw the title Chainsaw Man, and exclaimed aloud, haha, funny name, shit in my pants and all. But it was the cover art that truly got me. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but goddamn, just look at it. The bold lines, the extreme colors, the gratuitous violence, it was love at first sight. There's so much I could say about Chainsaw Man, but in this video I want to scratch the surface and leave the rest to you to go read for yourself if you like what you see. Even being an observer of Chainsaw Man's fan community is a strange experience. For fuck's sake, this is the fandom that voted a character's car, not shitting you, as the number 6 most popular character in the series in the official popularity poll, above the owner of the vehicle even. The meme economy of Chainsaw Man is strong. I digress. Let me stop jacking myself off about it and tell you some stuff about the actual comic. Chainsaw Man follows the misadventures of Denji, an anhedonia-riddled dude that needs to pay back his dead father's debt to the mafia. He's got a funny-looking dog, Pochita, whom he holds in mutual high regard, but that's about it. So how's our boy gonna pay back the sharks? Well, his dog is also a chainsaw, and together the pair kill devils as freelancers. In Chainsaw Man's world, devils are everywhere, sometimes just seeming to be mildly dangerous monsters, and other times being nefarious, horrendous beings that could threaten humanity's very existence. Most importantly, they each represent something that at least somebody out there could be afraid of, and as you can imagine, the more fearful a concept, the more deadly the devil. Pochita is one of these, the chainsaw devil you might have guessed, but Denji and Pochita seem to get along just fine despite devils and humans' constant conflict. This relationship isn't as rare as you might think, because while Denji and Pochita are particularly fond of each other, humans make pacts with devils semi-regularly, it would seem. One day, the gang Denji works for makes a deal of their own, and as a result, they're turned into a bunch of fucking zombies. And not like the contractual corporate slave idea, but actual undead bitches. Anyway, they fucking killed Denji, but thankfully we got like 96 more chapters of this shit to read, so Pochita, in an effort to see Denji's dreams of a better life come true together, gives his body to replace Denji's heart. And so Chainsaw Man is born. Denji, with the realization that he can't even hug his fucking dog anymore, tugs the starter cord sticking out of his chest and transforms into our shonen hero, who is literally a guy with a chainsaw for a head and limbs, and he massacres the lot of them. Then a woman with entrancing eyes, named Makima, walks in on the amalgamation Denji and sniffs out that he's something else. She gently makes him an offer he can't refuse, and enlists him in the public sector as a devil hunter. And so the premise is set. But if you're thinking, well that sounds fine and all, but what's the point? Isn't there already a bunch of stories about demon-killing shonen heroes? I can't even begin to explain to you how much this isn't even the start. Chainsaw Man is an ever-evolving narrative where one twist isn't close to enough to satiate Mr. Fujimoto's lust for fucking with you, the reader. I might even make another video sometime soon talking more in depth about characters and plot points I think would be interesting to elaborate on, but let me say this. Chainsaw Man is a roller coaster. More than just about any manga of this kind, I'd wager. You will laugh. In fact, Chainsaw Man is honestly one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read. It's a serious story, don't get me wrong, but goddamn, Fujimoto's knack for tapping into the absurdity of it all is apparent, and some of the ridiculous jokes found among it have actually made me rafflecopter around my room with my spinning penis. You will cry. Chainsaw Man is a touching story because you can quickly feel a lot for the characters, most of whom I haven't even mentioned. There are a lot of really high points where you feel their successes and the warmth of the wholesome moments. There's also a lot of really low points where shit is not going well, and let me tell you, they punch hard. The most intriguing part of the formula though, at its core, Chainsaw Man is definitely following those same old patterns of a typical shonen, despite differentiating itself in themes and tone at just about every step of the way. Just as Luffy persists in his goal to become king of the pirates, Denji has a dream of his own. He wants a better life with some money, some better food, and a girlfriend. And just like the future pirate king, Denji will show time and time again that he can conquer some intimidating goals to reach his dreams. The difference is his personal preferences. Denji's a simple, straightforward guy who just wants to touch some boobs and not eat undressed bread on a daily basis. He doesn't want much, and he's very human about it, even showing times where his goalposts might shift slightly depending on what position he's put in. But ultimately he's true to who he is, while also showing significant growth as a character throughout his journey. By the way, the characters in Chainsaw Man do this all the time, and it would be unfair of me not to mention that I love that consistency in their progress. And in the same fashion as Dragon Ball or Bleach, with this growth comes the classic hierarchy of enemies to fight. Because how could we truly call it a shonen without it? The fights are brutal, and this story isn't going to hold your hand. This is Mortal Kombat level shit sometimes. But arc after arc, Denji is faced with a new twist and a new boss to fight, even picking up new fighting techniques and creative solutions along the way. As a matter of fact, Chainsaw Man is very good at using previous knowledge from the story to aid in the current problems the characters face, but the problem solving isn't the only time we will see prior information be of use to us as readers. Fujimoto is honestly incredible at designing his narrative and imagery to utilize literary tools such as visual parallels and verbal callbacks to previous details. It's certainly a manga with high rereadability, and I will give you my money back guarantee that you'll pick up something you didn't notice the first time if you do. There's a ton of it. Fujimoto's art is also fucking epic. It's not pretty a lot of the time, he likes gritty shit and making his characters quite human looking as opposed to some more moe desu desu kind of stuff you might be used to in other popular series, but there are a lot of times when I'm reading it and I'm amazed that Fujimoto-sensei can pump this kind of art out on a weekly basis. I'm never visually confused at the fight scenes like I am in some messier comics because his understanding of dynamic movement and still images is quite impressive. Not only that, but he sets his comics up like cinematography frequently, and he's obviously a big fan of watching movies. It reads like a movie. So many full-page panels are just there to set up a coming scene, tell us the mood, or just give us some details about the setting that can reinforce the kind of situation we're in. I don't like being too upfront in my reviews about where I stand exactly with a piece of work. I want you to decide for yourself if it's something you like, but hot damn, it's hard to talk about this without making it apparent that I honestly love Chainsaw Man. Suffice to say, when I heard the anime was announced, I'm excited to see it be adapted. And if my info is correct, this is the first time Fujimoto's work is getting such a treatment, so I'm honestly happy for the guy. Basically what I'm trying to say is, go read Chainsaw Man and then watch the anime when it comes out.